All right, folks, greetings. It's another edition of Conversations with Cornelius. I called her Aunt Gloria. Just found out today it's Glori.
Yep.
Just
It.
Glori,
Just
Glori,
Glori.
just Glori. We're grateful to have her on Conversations with Cornelius. Today we're going to be talking about GreenHeart.org. I know what a red heart is. I've seen blue hearts, but I need to understand what it is when we talk about green hearts. So stay tuned, sit back and relax. It's another edition with Conversations with Cornelius. This is a special edition because, in the month of July, we're navigating these spaces and these streets and we travel a lot. So I want everybody to be in tune. I want everybody to be engaged and understand that I know you have a beating heart. I know you've seen a red heart. I know you've seen a blue heart. But today we want to talk about what it is to have a green heart. And since we're live on Twitter, since we're live on Twitch, since we're live on the church page, the Yolanda and Cornelius show page, and my page, you can ask questions about what it is to have a green heart. So everybody stay back, sit back, let's relax, and let's understand what it is for us to have a green heart. Welcome to Conversations with Cornelius. I am your host, Cornelius. Today, you will be engaged, entertained, and educated. Stay tuned. You are about to be CC'd. It is Conversations with Cornelius. All right, green heart.
Yeah.
Green heart, green heart, green heart. Tell us about, first of all, welcome to Conversations with Cornelius.
Thank you for having me.
Lovely home. This is not my studio. This is her studio. But anyway, tell us, how did you get involved with the Green Heart and what is Green Heart?
Okay. Green Heart is an international exchange program. Okay. So I was involved many years ago when I lived up in New York, and we would host international students. And then eventually I became a coordinator for the company.
Pause. Host. When you say host an international student, what does that all entail?
Hosting a student is bringing a student into your home for a designated period of time. Usually it is the school year. So they would arrive in the fall or end of summer, depending on when your school system begins. And then they would leave when the school finishes. And they live in your home for the duration of the year.
Okay.
About a 10-month period. And they actually become part of the family.
Right.
My husband and I have hosted probably for 20 years. And we are still in touch with 99% of our students.
Okay.
And so they really do become part of the family. And we stay in touch. Sometimes we visit them in other countries. Sometimes they come and visit us. And we usually keep in touch on social media platforms. And it's really rewarding, a very, very rewarding experience.
Well, I'll bet you it is. 20 years ago, we didn't have social media like it is today. So we can FaceTime and TikTok and DM and all of those things. So having this social media outlet has really enhanced the relationship.
Definitely.
Now, how do we go about, I guess, you selecting or the pool of students?
Yeah.
Now, let me say this. New York was a drawing card. I guess Nashville is too now.
But these students will go anywhere in the USA that they can find a school and a family.
Okay.
So they're not particular to where they end up. They just want to come to America. Okay. Most of them, it's their dream to come to the US, to see what it's like to be in a school in America, see what people live like, how do they live, what do they do with their lives. And it's very, very interesting for them to come and take part. And we have had students from probably 120 countries. So many different areas of the world.
Your first student, I know you can always remember your first student. What got you and your husband comfortable? Or family, because I know you have a son. Was your son living there?
Yeah, both of our sons were there.
They were living there.
Oh yeah.
So
My sons grew up with
brother.
internationals. They were probably 7 and 8 years old when we started hosting.
Oh.
Yeah, they were very young.
Okay, so they're
And
used to
they
someone
grew up
coming
with
in,
internationals
invading
in the
the
home.
space.
They sure are.
Another plate at the table.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, they were. Yeah. Yeah. And actually we're very open people. So for us, it wasn't a hard thing to have someone in our home. We're very hospitable people.
Okay.
So, and the students we had have all been really, really wonderful. We have always had great kids.
And that would make a great difference.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Having said that, because I coordinate for students, which means I oversee for other families who have students. Okay. So I have had situations where, say, a student and a family are just like oil and water. Nothing anybody can say anyone's fault, nothing anybody has done wrong. But if something like that happens, we move the student.
Okay.
We never make people stay in an uncomfortable situation. And out of all the years I coordinated, and I've coordinated for over 10 years or more, honestly, I've had to move a few students.
Okay.
Considering the amount of students I've coordinated for, the percentage is so low, so low. But we do want people to know if for some reason that happened, they're not committed to saying, oh, I have to stay with this person in my home that we're not working, you know?
Right. Your first student.
Yeah.
People love stories. Stories still
Sure.
sell. Your first student, do you remember the name?
Yan Sub.
Yan Sub.
He was from Korea, South Korea.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
We helped him pick an American name because he wanted an American name.
Okay.
He ended up being Sean.
Sean.
Yeah.
Of all names. How did we get to Sean?
You know what? I don't even know. But out of all the names, that's the one he liked. So he picked that one. And so he was with us for a 10-month period while he was attending school.
High school. Was high school or college?
Mostly we host high school students.
Okay.
High school students. So yeah. So yeah. And it's really great. It's really, I mean, it's wonderful. They do become part of the family, and they come with us when we go places.
Right.
As far as if you're going to a relative's house, or you're going take them to church if you're going to church.
That's a great point.
Yeah. So we do involve them in many, many things.
They're the bonus children. That's what we call it.
Yeah.
They're the bonus children.
They are. Yeah.
Now, getting someone, an international person, of course, we're Western, Anglo-Saxon, Protestant for the most part. Have you had a situation arise where you had a Muslim or someone of a different faith, and how did you connect?
Yes, I have. And I have a very interesting story about that.
Okay.
We had a girl from Turkey with us. And you do get to look at the bios of your students, and you get to find out whether they fit with your home or whether you want to welcome the student in your home. You always have a choice. They don't assign students to people. You choose. Yeah, this looks like a really good fit for my home. So we had a couple of girls that were from Turkey, and they were not with us a long time. This was just a program that was a short-term, unusual couple-of-week program. Okay. So we had the student with us from Turkey, and she had wanted to come. Her name was Gulcin. She wanted to come to church with us. So we took her to, our church. And the funny thing was, they were cleaning out one of the rooms that normally is a room that you go to and pray in. It had couches and some sitting areas. Well, when we went there, that particular room was empty because they were rearranging it or doing something cleaning.
Okay, right.
And so she looked at it and she goes, oh, this looks just like our prayer rooms, because in the Muslim culture, you have empty rooms and then you just put down the mats.
Right.
So she saw it and she was like, wow, this looks just like ours. And she actually enjoyed the service, and she says, you're not far different from us.
Of course.
And I think she found that very interesting and very unusual as to what she thought she was going to find. So it's really a very interesting eye opener, I thought. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that was the thing when you first mentioned Sean,
Yeah.
because I can't remember his name right
Jan
now.
Sub.
Jan Sub. It's like, okay, I'm an American. I'm Western.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Christian.
Mm-hmm.
Judeo-Christian principles and values
Right.
will be plastered throughout the house.
Yeah.
Pictures of church, pictures of Jesus, pictures
Right.
of the disciples, pictures of the Last Supper, Bibles, the relics of Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
If you was to come to my house, so when you think, oh, wow, we're about to embrace another individual who does not have the traditional teachings that I have and hold.
Yeah.
So not saying that's conflicting,
Right.
but there are some barriers there. Like,
Yeah.
how do you, not minimize anything,
Right.
but what do you advertise?
Yeah, we live our lives. And you know how Jesus says you'll know we are Christian by our love. He doesn't say by how many times you go to church or by how many times you recite the Bible or no. He says they will know you are Christians by our love.
Right.
So we love them and we just treat them the same way we would treat our kids, as far as part of the family. We treat them as part of the family. And through that, they at least see a glimpse. And some students have come to know the Lord through that. There are some. I've had families where, where kids do. Others have not, but the seeds are there. Seeds are planted. And
to live in America, huh?
Right. We cannot proselytize. We cannot force a child. We can't we can't buy, do that. We can't do that. That's not allowed by the company. You can live your life. And if they have questions, you can answer them. They're not supposed to be converted, say, per se to, it's not like, you can. I'm so sorry.
That's your boss. I'm so sorry. That's your boss. We can Bluetooth her in.
And
she can be in the conversation.
Yeah, that'd be great. It's not like you can. They can change their religion. They can't just come and get married. They can't come and change religions. This, that, and the other thing.
Okay.
Does that mean that God can't? Right. But does that mean that God can't move on them and they make choices? No, that doesn't mean that. No, it doesn't mean that.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So. Well, listen, y'all, we're going to pay a bill or two. We'll be right back. This is Conversation with Cornelius. Remember, red hearts, blue hearts, even black hearts, yellow hearts. But today we want to talk about a green heart. What is a green heart? Where do we connect to have and to show and to display the essence of having green hearts? It's Conversations with Cornelius. We'll be right back. We got to pay a few bills. This show is brought to you by Walker's Cafe and Grill, 109 UN Drive from 12 to 5. This show is brought to you by the Ephesian Primitive Baptist Church, 1506 22nd Avenue, North Nashville, Tennessee. This show is brought to you by Forever Zion. That's www.foreverzion.com. Paparazzi Jewelry for your boo, your bae, your significant, your subordinate, your cousin, and them. Your friend, your enemy, your frenemy. Go to www.foreverzion.com. This show is brought to you by Trifold Outreach Ministries. That's Trifold Outreach Ministries, 49 Dry Creek Road, Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Thank you for our wonderful sponsors. All right, folks, we are back. We are grateful to be back. We are glad. Glori.
Yeah.
I say Gloria because I know Gloria's. I know Aunt Gloria's, like 3 or 4 Aunt Gloria's. So I'll probably refer to her as Aunt Gloria throughout the interview podcast. But GreenHeart. She's a greenhearter. Is that what
I guess you could call me that. Yeah, sure. Why not?
And GreenHeart is what again? Can you just tell us what GreenHeart is?
Sure. GreenHeart is an exchange program. They bring international students here. There's a few different facets of the program, but today we'll stick to this one, and then another time we'll talk to the others. But this particular one we're talking about is the student exchange, which brings students from many countries. And we have them from Zimbabwe. We have them from Istanbul. We have them from Italy. We have them from, I'm giving you cities and countries.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
countries,
we have them from Spain. We have them from Morocco. They come from Tunisia. We have them from
a lot of northern, eastern, western, everything. Huh?
Everything. Many
North
Europeans,
America,
many South Americans, Brazilians.
Wow, wow. So language. These children, these adults, these budding adults have a good command of the English language.
They have a good command because they have to attend school. So they have to be able to have some English in order to do their work, right? So they need to have English skills. Having said that, certain students will come with a better speaking ability than others. And that there's no way of determining that. So sometimes the student will come and they will be learning more as they're here as far as their speaking. They speak, but the depth of their speaking,
of course,
will increase as they stay.
Wonderful.
As they stay.
10 months. The plane lands from whatever place. Do you meet them at the airport, or is there where does the exchange begin?
You do meet them at an airport, and I can give you a good recommendation about that.
Okay, because I'm like, I would be like, for me, first of all, let me back up. Let's welcome Aunt Glori to the South. We have to make her. Let's baptize her in Southern hospitality.
There you go. Yeah.
Southerners, and I guess you've picked up, we're very, 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 we're not shy. We're very upfront. We're approachable. We talk.
Yeah.
We hang out. We sit in the yard. We just the hoopla of being Southern. Of course, you're Northerner. I don't hold it against you right now.
Okay, well, that's good.
But just say, here comes Sean, that we just have an open heart for this experience.
Right.
We have a green heart.
Yeah.
Can we say that?
Yeah.
We have a green heart for this experience.
Yes.
He steps off a plane, or she steps off a plane. What is that like?
Okay.
The anticipation of saying, I have to raise another child.
Yeah. Well, the excellent thing nowadays is you do have social media. So most people are connecting with their students before they arrive.
Got you.
They email, they FaceTime, it depends on what's the most comfortable and what the students are able to do, depending on where they live. So, but always through email, if not video. So you connect with the students. So you already know them. You already know them somewhat. But my recommendation is, and I'll tell you a story and you'll see why. Make a sign, welcome with their name on it, and a welcome sign, welcome to America, make it on cardboard, whatever, with the person's name on it, and you hold the sign. And I'll tell you why. One time I went to pick up my student, and his name was Jaewon.
Do you remember?
He was from Korea as well. He was a Korean student. I hosted a lot of Korean students.
I see.
Many. And so he was from South Korea, and I was picking him up at the airport. So I left my sign in the car, and I didn't want to be late picking him up. So I thought, I'll be able to recognize him. I know what his picture looks like from the bio. Okay. So I go in, I wait. The people are coming off. I see Jaewon, I'm waving, and the person's looking at me a little strangely, but, waving back. And then he comes over to me and I says, let's go downstairs, get your luggage. So he's a little quiet, but we go downstairs and my phone rings. I pick it up and I hear Mr. Lovell. I says, no, this is Mrs. Lovell. And they say, they say something about Jaewon. I go, hold on, he's right here. I hand my phone to the young man there. He picks up the phone and I hear him apologizing. And I thought, oh goodness, what kind of kid is this? He's apologizing. Who is he talking to and why is he apologizing? So I get the phone back. I hang it up. It rings another minute later. I pick it up. Jaewon, hold on, he's here. No, this is Jaewon. And I'm looking at the phone and I'm looking at the kid in front of me and I go, how could this be Jaewon? He's standing in front of me. He says, no, I missed my flight. So the moral of the story is bring a sign, because this kid here was going to get his luggage collected and come home with me, and I don't even know who it was.
Did you ever find out his name?
No, I don't even know if he understood.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
I just excused myself. Oh,
that's hilarious.
I just excused myself and said, "Oh, I'm sorry."
That is hilarious. You was about to.
I don't even know if he spoke English.
Right. Just, hey, you're J1. No, I'm not. But I will be J1 today.
Yeah, right.
For the next 10 months, I'm J1.
Right. I have no idea who that person was. But now I know why he seemed a little strange. I'm like, why does he seem a little strange?
Right. Awkwardness. A lot of awkwardness.
Bring the sign.
Right.
Bring the sign. So after that, I never forgot my sign.
Right. Well, listen, before bring your sign. Bring your sign. Bring your sign. I want to post the website, GreenHeart.
GreenHeart.org, I think it is.
HTTPS. Is that colon?
Probably.
Yeah.
I can look
// or // greenheart.org // So we want you to get here and go to that website. And once you get in this website, people, you can navigate this process. As a matter of fact, let's see where it takes us into this website as we're getting ready to talk about who we thought Jay won. That's funny.
Yeah, it is funny.
So here it is, GreenHeart International.
Yeah. And we also have a really good opportunity here for people who maybe can't host. Let's say I can't host, but I know my sister can, or someone I know can. We have what's called a referral process, where if you between July 1st and August 31st, if you refer a family that takes a student, they have to commit and take the student. As a referral bonus, you would get $500 for referring a family. Okay. So if you happen to be like, you know what, this sounds great, but right now I can't, or maybe next year, but not this year, but I know someone who can, you can get a referral bonus of $500 for bringing on a family that is able to take a student.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
A referral, bonuses, money, having an international exchange student.
Yeah.
And this is the website for those who needed to go here. This is where it will take you, Green Dot. You have the programs abroad, hosting exchange students, school partnerships, high school grants and all of that. Tell me how to what high school did you want them to? What are your preferences? Do you want to do them private schools, public schools?
Actually, these type of students, according to the Department of State, which is how they come here, they go to public schools.
Okay.
So it's whatever public school the family is affiliated with, whatever's in your area.
Okay.
We just have to make sure they're not filled up already with exchange students. And I believe schools are allowed 5 students.
5 exchange students?
5 exchange students per school, unless they have permission. They have to write for permission. I'm not sure where, but that's something that they do periodically if they need more students. So, so it's whatever school that is in your area.
Well, with the changing landscape of America, an international student could possibly be coming back home to America, especially from the South American landscape. You know, the Brazilians. There's a lot of culture here now.
Yes.
Hispanic, Latino culture. So to get a Latino student, Hispanic student, Cuban. Well, I'm back home. I mean, I have a different address, but
that's true.
There's
a lot of the culture down there.
A lot of the culture.
Yeah.
I guess. What part of New York did y'all live in?
We lived in Rochester, upstate, very close to the Canadian border.
Oh, you're Canadian.
Close to Canada, about an hour and a half away from Canada.
Yeah. How far is that from Buffalo?
An hour.
Okay.
Yeah. Buffalo's great. We love Buffalo.
Niagara Falls?
About an hour and 15.
Okay. I know where Rochester is. That's way up.
Yeah. It's upstate New York. Yeah.
Okay. And then New York, the Big Apple is way
downstate. Yep.
Yeah.
About 5.5 hours from us. We were not close.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. So, that's good. So they could go to New York.
Oh yeah. They did. At times they did. Yeah. But Canada's
right there, huh?
Canada's right there. Yeah.
So you have these international students, you have this blending of cultures. Your boys adjusted to it quite well.
Very well, very well.
So they look forward to international students.
Yeah, they did. They'd wonder, who are we getting this time? Sometimes they'd help us pick out our students, because we'd get the bios. You get different bios if you're looking at for students that gel with your family. You say, maybe your family's a soccer family, so you want to find a student that likes soccer. Maybe you like football. Maybe American football is not too popular for them.
No, right. That's right. Tell them when they say football, tell them American football is different.
Yeah.
But soccer,
but some kids, basketball, there's all kinds of things. So sometimes we look for bios where, the kids had interests as my kids had, and, they would help us pick out. We'd say, oh, between this one and this one, what do you guys think? And they'd help us pick out our student. And it was great. Yeah, it was a nice experience for them, I think.
For those watching and listening, do you have any questions? I mean, we are really having a ball. I'm on a roll. I am learning more and more about this program. I'll put it back on the screen for you. The scholarships and the grants are available, the partnership, the places, the exchange, host, hiring staff. All of this is wonderful when you go to when you become a GreenHeart. Let me say that. Becoming a GreenHeart. Your heart will be filled with green hearts. So when you get a student, a child, and I'm under the impression that probably several of them come through this program at one time.
They often do.
Right. Like say 12 students show up. Yeah. Sean goes to you. Yeah. I get one,
they often do.
Do y'all have, if y'all live in proximity or not, you don't have to be in too much proximity, is there, days where y'all get together with the other GreenHeart families?
Yes, we do.
Have a big GreenHeart day?
We do, yes. We have functions where we plan an event or two with the families during the year. We plan getting together with the students.
Okay.
So very much. Yeah, we very much so. Matter of fact, I went with one of my other local coordinators a year and a half ago, or actually it was last year, and we took the kids on a trip together. So we went for a weekend and brought all the kids in the area and brought them, and we went down south and a little further south anyway, near Atlanta, and toured some museums and the Martin Luther King area. And we went to quite a few things down there. We brought the kids and they got some cultural experiences. And
what about the food? Our food is
different, huh?
Yeah. Like you get a Korean child who grew up eating Korean food.
Right.
Is it insulting to take him to a Korean? It's like, this is not what we eat. This is American Korea.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have never had a student come to my house that commented negatively on what I served.
Oh, well,
and I actually have one student that we talk to every year at Christmas. We still talk to him every year at Christmas. One in particular, his name is James. He goes by James. He's also from Korea. And
you in Korea?
I know. Yeah. And he tells me when we talk to him, I miss your cooking. I said, my kids don't even say they miss my cooking.
Listen.
And he missed my cooking. And I thought, wow. That's,
Well, next show we can get some cooking. How about that?
There we go.
Get you some, your supervisors, this green dot, that's money. The GreenHeart organization is located where?
Chicago, Illinois.
Okay, Chicago.
Yeah, that's the home office, Chicago.
Okay,
yes.
Cool.
Yes.
So that makes okay.
Okay. And they've been in business since the 80s.
Okay. Yeah, listen, y'all, I'm being honest. I have no clue as to what I am talking about. I had to do this research. She sent me a text message, Cornelius, I need to do a podcast. I'm like, okay, what are we talking about? She was like, GreenHeart. I'm like, what is a GreenHeart? But and it's wonderful. I'm from, once again, the rural South. I'm from a small town called Winchester, Tennessee. I think maybe once, I can remember twice, an international student coming to stay with a family.
Okay.
In the 90s, though.
Yeah.
We're talking
Yeah.
90s.
Yeah.
I guess it would be more, people embrace it more now,
Yeah,
so
for
than
sure.
ever.
Yeah.
And just the experience of having Korean, Zimbabwean, Turkish individual walking
Yeah.
through the house every day, acclimating them to culture, being acclimated. The young lady saying, this is a prayer room, going to church. But there's some ground rules, of course. We're not to proselyte, you know,
Right,
and not
of
to
course.
do anything.
Of course.
When you get a student who is Buddhist or whatever persuasion, giving them that opportunity to practice that at the house.
They
Or
I've had a Buddhist student
taking them to
and they never have asked to go anywhere.
Okay.
They've never asked
I don't know.
Yeah, I've never had a student that I've had a Muslim student stay with us. I've had a Buddhist student. Bill, his name was, he went by Bill. Now he was from China, not Korea. And
the Orientals.
Yeah. We hosted a lot of Asians. And so he never asked to go anywhere. He never asked to. Matter of fact, he said he did not like it when he didn't care for his Buddhist temple.
Oh, he the one that y'all were going to.
Yeah, no. He didn't. Oh. He told me that he didn't like going to temple to Buddhist
when he was
with his parents. Yeah, he didn't like it. He didn't like it.
He was rebellion.
He was
in rebellion.
He said he would.
Bill, is his name? Was it
Bill? Yeah.
Bill, if you see this podcast, you was just rebelling.
Yeah, he didn't care for it. Yeah, he would say, "Get me out of here! Get me out of here! Get me out of here!" So he did never. You know, we never had anybody ask to take them to anywhere or. I mean, again, I'm not afraid of other people's religions, as to the point where, let's say if a kid is in my house and they're Buddhist, I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not worried about it. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't, because I just live for Jesus and I just do my thing and show love. And that's just what I'm to do. So it doesn't bother. So, I never had anybody ask that, and I've never had a host family tell me, "Oh, they want me to take them to a temple or a mosque." I've never had anybody say that.
Food. Going back to food,
yeah.
we'll wrap it up. And I this is fun. This has been fun and encouraging and educating. I would love. I'm going to ask you a question about food, but I would love if you could get one of your other former bonus children.
Oh yeah, I will.
If we could get them
definitely
on a live stream.
Yes, definitely. We'll do that. We'll definitely do that. For sure.
When they want their cultural cuisine.
Yeah.
And I know they.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like, you have to stand back and back up and like, okay, go ahead. Like,
some of them cook, and I had many students who because I don't care if they use my stove.
That's theirs.
It's theirs, right? So they would cook their own. A lot of the Asians went to the Asian market. We had an Asian market, and they've got them here too. And they would pick up their stuff. They'd buy their things, and then they'd come home and they'd cook up whatever they wanted to cook up. And they didn't substitute it for our meals, because they always ate meals with us. But let's say on a weekend they were getting together and they wanted to have they wanted to have their own meal. They would make their lunch. They would make their own hot lunch like that, or something like that. Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, listen, folks. Oh, were you about to say something?
Well, I was just going to ask if I could share like one little bit about a student. So this gives you an example of what.
Share.
Okay.
Please.
All right. So this is a student here, a prospective student called Sophia. Okay?
Sophia.
And she's from the Ukraine. And she's 16 years old. And it says 16-year-old Sophia enjoys a variety of activities, with volleyball being her favorite. She plays with a friend and at school. Another passion of hers is digital art. She loves to draw and collaborate on art projects with her friends and use a graphic tablet. One of the benefits of art is its universal appeal. Sophie and her friends share interests and align with the Japanese culture with anime. And she would love to come to the U.S. and share her culture and who she is with an American family.
And what's her name? Sophia.
Sophia.
Okay. Sophia would love to come and enjoy America.
And there's many on the link to the, there's many little, you can go to student bios and it tells you a little bit about the students. You can click on that and it'll tell you.
Where's that?
If you move down, scroll down, there should be a place, Meet Our Students. It should say Meet Our Students. And maybe it's up towards the top, but there should be an area there that says Meet Our Students. And
our blog down there, our store advocacy. I know you sent me something else.
Okay. Yeah, it might be on the, it should be greenheart.org. Yeah. Greenheart.org. And then it says programs abroad, host an exchange student. If you click on that, and then it says Meet Our Students, and you can, there's a few areas you can connect to. They should be links that take you. But if anybody needs more information or just wants to know a little more about the program, if they can, I don't know if there's a place for them to contact you that we can get them in more information.
What do you? Hey, they can contact you or green.org.
They can, but I'd love it if they would contact me because then I can.
I would steer it in the wrong direction.
I can help navigate that. You can put my email or my number on there.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's do
Glori.Lovell at GLORI dot GLORI dot Lovell LOVALL at yahoo.com.
All right, you still Yahoo.
Okay, yeah, they can just send a note there if they want more information, or they're interested in, or they can't open the link, or they're interested in the referral bonus if they know a family or.
So glorialevel.com,
Yep.
go at AOL.com.
No, Yahoo.
My bad. I'm reading. You can see it. Y'all see it right there.
It's a GLORI, right?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes,
LOVALL. There you go. Okay.
So they can reach out and
that'd be great.
The conversation can begin.
I can help direct and
Listen,
get them what they need.
Will you be getting a student soon? Or do you know?
We get them probably a week before school starts. Usually they come a week before school starts.
Are you on the list? Or are you just kind of like super?
We are not able to take a student this year because we have Airbnb in our home. So,
and that's understandable. While we on Airbnbs, if you ever come to Nashville, how do you get your Airbnb? She does have. Well, her son.
I do.
Her son.
My son. I have one in my house, so we're here. But he Airbnbs out his whole place, and he's not there. But you can send a message if you do want that on the email as well.
Right. So if you want an Airbnb and get to Nashville, you do a single person.
Single person. I have 2 rooms.
Okay.
They can minimum a month. So anytime a month or longer for mine. My son's is just nightly. So yeah, but mine is a month, minimum 30 days.
Oh, I didn't see the Airbnb. It's amazing. We'll talk about that on another show. Yeah, we can do that
one day.
Right, just talk about how the Airbnb has totally. Yeah, it's been a good disruptor.
Yeah, it has.
We call it a good disruptor?
You can, yes.
Yes, it's a great disruptor. So it's good. Listen, folks, we're not out of time. Never out of time. We're not even out of talk, but we're just navigating this space. Aunt Gloria Gloria, I got to say it, but Glori did a marvelous job today. She wants you to have a red heart, blue heart, yellow heart, a brave heart, but we want you to have a green heart. And I want you to get to email her, please, ma'am and sir, to talk about how can I host an exchange student and make somebody's life the better. Not only make their life the better, but make our lives better.
That's right.
Because I know you've been immensely
It's
blessed.
Enriching, very enriching and blessed. Yes,
because you have opened up your home.
Oh yeah, very much so. Very
wonderful. And then if you need an Airbnb in Nashville, in the eclectic Antioch, don't listen. We are 5 minutes from the airport, literally.
And we're Nashville proper, actually.
Yeah, we're Nashville proper, right.
Yeah.
We're Nashville, don't ever think downtown is far from the airport. Our airport is actually dead smack in the city of town.
20 minutes from the airport, not too
far. If it's that far.
If that.
With traffic.
Yeah.
Right. So come to Nashville, but more importantly, become a GreenHeart individual, let me go back because I want to make sure people can donate. Can we donate?
Yeah,
Is there a
for
way
sure.
to donate?
Yeah, there's on there should be a button right on that link that says donate.
Okay, I'm on another thing, but yeah, we want you to go back to GreenHeart and donate because it's going to be a blessing for you and the people. So I can donate, right? And donations are always, let me boom, yeah, are always acceptable and wanted and needed. Donate, yeah. Go to donate. There it is. Hit donate, and be a blessing.
Thank you so much, Cornelius. I've enjoyed this time. I've
enjoyed it too. I want a student. I want your boss. I want more people here. You know, we can. I have 4 mics, so we can have a whole.
There you go.
Right, we can have. We can sit anywhere, and then listen. Next time, I want some food.
Yeah, there we go.
Some food. What about food? Can somebody shout food? We always food. We want to talk food. So, but thank y'all for tuning in. Do me a favor, hit like, hit share. Go to gloria.lovell@yahoo.com. Email her anytime. She will respond with the information so that your heart can turn from whatever color it is to becoming a green heart. Thank you for your time. It's been Conversations with Cornelius, with Aunt Glori, and we are so grateful that you are now a green hearter. Until next time, peace and blessings.
Thank you so much.